Hello students of class 6. So today I am going to discuss the next topic. Already we have finished the unitary method and first exercise, that is 10.1. So in this video lecture I am going to start the next topic, that is ratio. Okay. So this is the first time you are getting this topic and where we have to use ratio. So I will discuss that part. But before that I will give you one example that what we mean by ratio, how to use it. Okay, so see one example of it. Suppose there are two person, one is Leela and another is Sheila. Okay, so suppose Leela got 40 marks in her maths exam and Sheila got 80 marks in her maths exam. Okay, so now see, we can compare their marks. Okay, we can compare their marks by using subtraction. So how to use here subtraction? We have to subtract the smaller number from the bigger one. By that way we can easily compare that who got less marks and how much less marks. Okay, so the one thing that is comparison between the two person we can do by using subtraction. Okay, so already we have done subtraction in our previous classes also. So using difference, that means using subtraction, we can easily compare two set of quantities. Okay, so here two quantities, we can say two quantities are given, that is one is marks scored by one person and this is the marks scored by another person. So here we are doing the comparison using subtraction. So if I subtract 40 from 80, I will get 40. By that way we can say that Leela got 40 less marks than Sheila, or we can say that Sheila got 40 marks more than Leela. Okay, so this is the one way of comparison, that is difference. Okay, comparison by difference, or you can say comparison using subtraction. Okay, so there is another method of comparison, that is division. So how to use the division? So if we want to compare two set of quantity, we can also use division. Okay, so first we have used what? We have used subtraction for comparing two quantities. Okay, now see, I am using division. So how to use division? That is very simple. You have to divide one quantity by another quantity. So I can write Leela's marks by Sheila's marks. So you can see that Leela's marks is 40 and Sheila's marks is 80. So if you cancel, you will get 1 by 2. So by that way we can say that Leela got half of the marks than what? Sheila. That means also we can say that Sheila got double marks than what? Leela, or twice that of Leela. We can also write twice, or we can write two times. Already we have studied in the last chapter. We can write two times or twice. Okay, so here we can write Leela got half of Sheila's marks, or we can write Sheila got twice that of, or two times that of Sheila's marks. Okay, so this is the way of comparing using division. So see here the final ratio, or sorry, final fraction I am getting as 1 by 2. Okay, initially I got 40 by 80 and after solving I am getting 1 by 2. So 40 by 80 you can write in terms of ratio, you can write 40:80. Okay, or you can write in lowest term, and already you have studied the lowest term of a fraction. You have to cancel it and you will get the lowest term, and the lowest term is 1 by 2, or in ratio. Okay, in ratio how we have to represent? 1:2. This symbol is called is2. Okay, we have to read is2. Okay, so here 40:80. So how to read it? 40:80. So this is called the fraction in ratio. So that was earlier, it was in fraction, that is 40 by 80. So how to write in ratio? We have to write like this. That means between numerator and denominator, you have to write the colon sign. Already you know this is the symbol of colon. Okay, we read it as colon, or in mathematics you have to say, you cannot say colon, you have to say is to. So 40 is to 80, or you can say 1 is to 2. Okay, so this is called ratio. Okay, so we understood that whenever we want to compare two quantities using division, then we can write it in terms of ratio. Okay, so see, fraction and ratio both are the same thing. Just in case of fraction, we are writing a number in numerator and the other number in denominator, and you have to separate using a bar. Okay, so like that, suppose I am writing a fraction, then I have to write like this, that is 3 by 5. And while writing in terms of ratio, we have to write 3 is to 5. Okay, this is in ratio and this is in fraction. Okay, just remember these things. They both are same only. So this is in ratio, only representation is different. Okay, this is a fraction. So here you have seen the example which I have already discussed. In that example, we have seen that we have compared the quantities which are same. Okay, same in the sense is we are comparing the marks. So I am taking Leela's marks in maths, and similarly I am taking Sheila's marks in maths only. Okay, so I am not taking the two quantities different one. That means we have to compare the same quantities. Okay, you cannot take Sheila's age and Leela's marks. Okay, you have to take the similar thing. So that we have to compare the quantities which are similar. Like you can compare the weight of two students, you can compare the age of two students, you can compare the marks of two students, you can compare the percentage of two students. Okay, so while comparing, you have to keep one thing in mind, that we have to compare the same thing. Okay, same thing. So the next topic is equivalent ratios. Already we have studied equivalent fraction, and equivalent fraction we have seen that the value of the equivalent fraction will become same. Okay, so what is equivalent ratio? See, here in the previous example which I have which I gave you now only, that example was Leela's marks by Sheila's marks, and that was 40 by 80. Or you can write, after cancellation we got 1 by 2. So in ratio, finally in ratio we can write it as 1 is to 2. Okay, so this is what? This is Leela's marks is to Sheila's marks. Similarly, I want to compare marks of another two students. Suppose one is Ram's marks, suppose in maths is 50, and Sally's marks in maths, suppose it is 100. Okay, so if I want to take the ratio, that means I have to divide the two set of quantities. So after dividing, see, 50 by, it will be 100. So after cancellation, you will get how much? 1 by 2, or you can write 1 is to 2 in ratio. So we can write Ram's marks is to Sally's marks is also 1 is to 2. So you can see here, earlier it was 40 is to 80, and here it was 50 is to 100. Okay, 50 is to 100. Finally we got the ratio. Okay, after reducing into lowest form, we got the same value. That means we can say that 40 is to 80 and 50 is to 100 are equivalent ratios. Okay, students, so you have to check that the values after cancellation, the values of the ratio will have to become same. Then only we can say that the ratios are equivalent. So one more thing is that here, suppose while writing in fraction, suppose I am writing 50 by 100. So the numerator is 50 and 100 is the denominator. So if I want to write in ratio, then I have to write 50 is to 100, or in simplest form I can write it as 1 is to 2. So here is also one name of it. We cannot say 1 is in numerator, 2 is in denominator. Okay. So if we are writing in this form, that is in ratio form, then there is a name of it. So here one is called the antecedent. Okay, or it is called the first term. In simplest, you can say, in simple you can say first term. Okay, and 2 is called the second term, or you can say, there is a name of it, you can say consequent. Okay, consequent. So there are some points you have to remember about ratio. The first one is, if you are writing any ratio and it is written, first of all it is written in a fraction, then the ratio can be expressed as, in ratio as, suppose in fraction it is a by b, then in ratio you have to represent it in a is to b. Okay, remember it, you cannot write a by b. In ratio you have to represent like this. Okay. The second point is, both the quantities, that is antecedent and consequent, or you can say the first term and the second term, should be expressed in the same unit. Okay, same unit, already I told you that we can compare the same kind of object, same kind of units. Okay, like if you are taking length, okay, if you are taking distance, suppose distance of a point, from the other point, if you are taking the distance, then the second quantity also you have to take the distance only. If you are taking in centimeter, then the other one also should be in centimeter. Okay, so that means we have to compare the same thing. Okay, so you can write in number 2 point that we have to compare the same thing. Okay, same kind of object. Next, number 3 is, ratio is always expressed in lowest form. Okay, in lowest form. So how to write in lowest form? See, already we have studied how to write a fraction in lowest form. So how to write it? We have to cancel it, and we have to, for cancellation, we have to find the highest common factor of numerator and denominator, then we have to cancel it. Okay, so after cancellation we got a fraction, then again we have to write in ratio form. Okay, so this is, ratio is always expressed in lowest form. Number 4 will be, number 4 is, see, this is very important, ratio has no unit. Okay, remember, ratio has no unit. Suppose if you want to compare the, your and your brother's height. Okay, suppose you are you and your brother, you are 2 siblings, suppose. Okay, and you want to compare your heights. So if you are taking one height in centimeter, then the other also you have to take in centimeter. Suppose one you are getting 100 centimeter and the other one, suppose you are getting 80 centimeter. Okay, so you have to write both the quantities in centimeter. Remember, both should be expressed in same unit. That was our point number 2. So what will happen? See, after cancellation, okay, you will get this one, and also centimeter and centimeter also will get cancel out. So finally you will get 5:4. So no need to write any unit. It is unitless. That means it has no unit. Okay, so ratio has no unit.